Hi Pisces, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your March 2024 career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at your job, your career, your finances, how you're feeling about yourself. But Pisces, this is a huge month for you all because you all are still in your solar return month. This is a big month where we have Neptune and the Sun conjunct. This could bring big energy for you all. Obviously, Saturn is still in you all sign. So really big month for possibly culmination points for you all. But we're also into eclipse season. So we do have a new moon in your sign on the 10th. We don't want to forget about that. But we also have that lunar eclipse on the 25th in the sign of Libra. Now, remember Pisces, this is the last month of all planets direct. Starting April 1st, we will have Mercury retrograding. You can already hear the Mercury issues in my tongue. Mercury retrogrades on April 1st. So take advantage of March to plant those new seeds, okay? All right, Pisces, let's get into it. Do check the description box below for all of the important dates, and thank you so much for watching. So let's get into it. You start off the month with the Two of Swords in reverse. First week of March, as well as the Devil card. Capricornian energy here in reverse. Second week of March, you do have the Temperance card. That is Sagittarius energy there, as well as the Hanged One. So it's really making already a lot of sense that you would get a lot of major arcana cards, Pisces, because this is your solar return month. A lot of things happen usually during your solar return. There you go. The Death card, Scorpionic energy. The major arcanas continue, as well as the Knight of Swords in reverse. Then the fourth week, you do have the Eight of Swords in reverse. And lastly, you have the Two of Cups also in reverse. All right, so big month here, Pisces, with all the major arcana cards coming through. Let's go ahead and pull let's look at the energy from where you have been over these last 6 months. Remember, eclipse seasons usually take 6, 12, 18 months to fully play out. But we're just going to go back 6 months in the area of Libra and figure out where is it in your life, Pisces, that you have needed to focus on your job, your career, working with other people with that Libra energy, relationships. Where is it that you have been working on since, look at that, the Fool card. Interesting that it was already turned over. We're going to take that out, but I just want you to know if any of you all have been trying to find something new, trying to start something from scratch, Spirit is reminding you this is the time to do it, okay? So we're going to take that card out, but let me go ahead and finish shuffling. So this last 6 months, what energies do we have for Libra or for Pisces? Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is reminding you that many of you all are looking at your life, looking at the last 6 months and thinking, you know what, I've done very well for myself. Maybe you've accomplished some big goals during this time, Pisces. Maybe you have been really working on your self-worth, working on your finances. I do feel like some of you all have gotten out of debt, or you are on the road to getting out of debt, which is always admirable. I do think that this is a really big time for you all to look at where is it that you have come so far. And even if you're not all the way at the finish line, which none of us usually are, it is a great time for you to really assess how far you've come. And I think this is a beautiful, beautiful energy. Many of the other signs have been getting this in reverse, which means these last 6 months maybe have been very rough or have been this really like struggle. And it looks like for you all, it hasn't been as much struggle as many of your other fellow zodiac signs. So that's kind of nice to see. Now, of course, you know, everyone has stumbling blocks as we move throughout the year. No one's life is perfect, but I do think that many of you all should congratulate how far you've come, okay? Let's go ahead and pull a Moonology Oracle card. Let's see which lunation cycle stands out for you. And you have waning moon. What do you need to release? Beautiful energy here, Pisces, because I do think that in Pisces season, remember, you all are the last sign of the zodiac, and you all are that culmination point of like, okay, over these last 12 months, what do I need to release and let go to prepare and renew for the new astrological year, which will come on March 19th when the sun enters Aries. So really think through, what do you need to release, Pisces? Is there something that you've been holding on to longer than needed? Spirit wants to remind you, not only do you need to focus on what you want to accomplish and not keep looking backwards, but I do hear, don't focus on what is wrong, focus on what is going right. I just heard that. So really pay attention to that, okay? All right, let's get into the month. So as I'm looking at the month overall, Pisces, I do think it's interesting that you start off with this Capricornian energy, Two of Swords. Some of you are looking at what goals you still are yet to achieve. Maybe some major decision is coming your way. I do think by the time you get to the second week of the month, lots of energy around balancing, looking at things in a different light. What do you need to release? Remember that card came out. This is definitely that energy. That Temperance card is saying, balance is so important for you. You're looking at things in a different perspective. And by the time you get to week 3 with the Death card, that is the release point, okay? Be prepared for some type of major build up to a culmination point, especially as we approach that eclipse. And I do think by the time you get to the end of the month, there's somewhere where you are meeting up with colleagues, a boss, some kind of conversations around possibly your emotional health. There feels like you haven't had a certain direction in the past, and it does feel like by the time you get to that eclipse season or eclipse point here at the 25th, be prepared for some conversations that I don't think are going to flush out entirely until you get on the other side of eclipse season, which will be later on in April. So let's take a look week by week, Pisces. Remember, we do have at the very beginning of the month, we do have Mars squaring Uranus, which is an Aquarius Taurus energy there on the 9th. Mercury enters Aries on the 9th, and then we have your Pisces new moon on the 10th. Pisces, really take advantage of this new moon, especially since it is your new moon, because I do feel like there's some goals that you've been wanting to achieve. You've had some decisions that you've needed to make, but you haven't gotten crystal clear on them. Spirit is reminding you with the Devil and both Two of Swords, you're thinking too small. Stop trying to limit your dreams or limit your goals. Whatever decision you are going to make is going to be based off of how much energy and how much like conviction you put into it. And I do feel like the Devil and the Two of Swords both in reverse, it's like you're fighting too hard against something, and Spirit wants to tell you, you got this. Don't sweat the small stuff. That's what I just heard. So, I feel like that is like a lesson for all of us. All right. So by the time we get to week 2 of March, this is where we do have the Sun conjunct Neptune in your sign on the 17th. Be aware of things seeming too good to be true. Make sure you're reading the fine print. Make sure you are not getting into something that is over your head. Okay. You're looking at life in a different way by the time we get to mid-month. The Sun does enter Aries on the 19th, and we have that spring equinox on that same day. At that time is going to be a really good time for you to plant new seeds for the next astrological year. This is like a 12-month energy. You're looking at things in a way different vantage point than before. And I do think that you're like, at this point, you know what? I do need to release some things. There is baggage of maybe old jobs or old careers or people that are no longer serving you, that you're like, it's time for me to move on. For some of you all, this third week of March, I do think some of you all could be leaving a job. You could be looking for a new job by the time you get to the end of the month. And I say that because you have that what do you need to release card. You have that 9 of Pentacles, like you're looking at your self-worth, and that Death card, Knight of Swords. Some of you are like, I think it might be time for me to take some action. That Knight of Swords in reverse, though, is reminding you, don't rush into anything without really flushing it through, Pisces. Even though you need to let go of something, it doesn't mean rush into anything, okay? 9 of Swords in reverse is reminding you like, okay, don't hurry so much that you're not focusing on the bigger picture. Okay, so keep that in mind, that third week of March when we do come into the spring equinox. And then by the time you are ending the month, Pisces, on the 22nd, we actually have Mars moving into your sign on the 22nd. So this could be some really big energetic boost for you. Mars tends to be a little debilitated in Pisces though. So I have Mars in Pisces actually in my birth chart, and it's a very frustrating energy because you want to get stuff done, you want to move forward, but sometimes the Piscean side is like, well, let's like look at 30 different vantage points and how do I feel about this and all of that. That 8 of Swords is reminding you, Pisces, you're not going to be able to know every single step before you get into it. Someone could come to you and help you through this energy. It could be a fellow colleague or a friend. It's like, you know what? Maybe we don't need to figure this all out now, okay? And then on the 25th, we have that lunar eclipse, full moon in Libra. Some of you at this eclipse are going to have some big revelations, I do believe, but I don't think you're going to be able to use all of this energy until after we get on the other side of eclipse season, which will be later on in April. So just keep this in mind. I do think, Pisces, this is going to be an interesting time for you all since this is your, like I said, solar return month. We do have your new moon, and then of course we have that eclipse. So really keep in mind what it is you need to release. Do not focus on what you haven't accomplished. Focus on what is no longer serving you. And I think that's going to really help you in this next month, especially once we get into eclipse season. So release what is no longer working, okay? All right, Pisces, I hope this was helpful for you. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. If you would like a tarot reading, I do have a service down below. I have the link that will take you to my website at scorpiosoultime.com. Also, do take a look at those March general readings that I also have up. And I have also an eclipse playlist that I think will really be helpful. You can quickly go back and go 6 months, 12 months, 18 months in that playlist so you can already see what to prepare for this eclipse season. All right, Pisces, I hope you all have a great March, and I'll talk to you later.